Christy here with PopCultureMadness.com and ConcertBlogger.com with Robert DeLong. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So how are you enjoying Firefly? It's looking a little ringy and wet out here.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I literally just got here about half an hour ago, but yeah, at least it's warm.
Yeah, that's very true. So what can we be expecting from your performance this afternoon?
I mean, yeah. If you don't know much about what I do, it's kind of a weird electronic kind of indie hybrid thing, and I basically run around on stage and I play everything from drum set to vocals, and then I have like different MIDI controllers like keyboards, but also like game controllers like joysticks. And
that's what I think is so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty high energy and it's continuous, and it's crazy.
It's unique, and like I love the freshness of everything. It's so cool. How important is that for you to as an artist to keep that unique quality?
I mean, I don't know. It's to me, it's just I was just experimenting around with stuff, and this is kind of what came out, and I think it's cool that it's different and unique, and yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
So you're still on the road behind Just Movement. How happy are you with the feedback that it's been getting?
It's cool. I mean, it's cool to see people responding to it, and it's cool playing shows and having people know the lyrics and stuff like that. I don't know. It's pretty wild. Yeah, it's been busy. A lot of travel.
So what's the dynamic like between switching, with these big festival environments to like smaller, like I don't know, more intimate, like a club setting? I'm sure the vibe is different on stage.
Yeah, it is. I mean, playing for the club things is always fun because it's intimate and everyone can see exactly what I'm doing, and and usually it's pretty rowdy. But I love playing for the festivals because it's a cool way to kind of introduce myself to people, that are maybe just saw that like, oh, this is on my schedule, so I'm going to check it out. But it's cool. I mean, the cool thing about festivals is it means the sound is always consistently huge and good, and we always we know we can kind of destroy that way, and that's cool because I think that's so important to the show because it's obviously it's so dependent on that. So yeah, I don't know, it's fun.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, sometimes I think with EDM in general, we're used to kind of seeing the guy behind the board and like that's it. I mean, and what's so cool is like seeing that movement, that interaction, and everything. I think that's so awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the whole reason I kind of designed my setup this way. It was just this, it was all about, to me, trying to find a way to make it visually impactful as an electronic performer, which is, so much of the time it's hard to tell what anybody's doing up there, which is, whatever, it's cool, but...
Yeah, it's like, what is he doing back there? I don't know. So with Just Moving, can you take me in the studio and tell me maybe about one track in particular and what your mindset was like?
Sure. I mean, I think a kind of a strange example of a track would be Global Concepts, which is kind of the current single right now. That was a track where I locked myself in my closet. I had just moved to a new place, so I didn't have a studio set up. So I locked myself in my closet with a timbali and a microphone and my computer, and 4 hours later, that was the tune that came out. So, I mean, that's kind of the way a lot of these songs are. They're just, something that might have started as a guitar fragment, me playing guitar and singing over it. And then, I just sat down for a few hours with headphones or whatever. And then, later on, I went back and spent some time, polishing it and mixing it and all that. But, yeah, everything's kind of the whole process is just sort of an evolution. The track starts somewhere with some basic idea, and then, hours and hours of chiseling away at it.
So what was that pivotal music moment that occurred in your life that made you decide that you had to pursue that art form for a career?
I don't know if there's anything specific. It was, I mean, my dad was a drummer, so I just grew up around music, and that, it's just kind of ingrained in me. And it was sometime during high school I realized it was the only thing I was probably good enough and interested enough in to pursue as a career, so that's what I did.
So do you have a dream artist you'd like to share a stage with or a festival appearance with?
I mean, sort of my go-to answer is always Radiohead, Tom York. I mean, obviously I do a completely different thing, but yeah, and my other go-to answer would be Brian Eno, though he doesn't really perform necessarily anymore. But
it's so funny though, because even though there are differences within the music at these big festivals, you see so much genre diversity, and I think that's awesome because it doesn't matter what you're a fan of anymore. Like everyone's coming together for one purpose.
Yeah, no, and I love that, and I think that in the modern age, it's really cool how people are, there's kind of genre fluidity. Anybody can be in anything, Exactly, and I think that, that's why, what I do works better now than it would have 5 years ago. So.
Absolutely. So what are your plans for the rest of the summer into the fall?
I mean, it's a lot of touring. I got a lot of shows coming up, kind of writing out the end of the festival season here in America, and then I'm also going to Australia in July, and then I'm going to be just pretty much on the road until December. I'll have a couple tours coming up in fall, so yeah. Madness.
That's exciting. You're going to be a road warrior by the time this is done.
Oh, yeah. No, this last week has been crazy. I flew in from France, played a show that night, played a show the next night, and then drove here.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes out to speak with me. I appreciate it. Is there any comments you'd like to share with our site visitors?
Just, keep listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much.